Hey there, let's dive right into the super fun explainer, where today we are officially becoming maths detectives. Have you ever looked at a math word problem and thought, what on earth am I actually supposed to do here? Well, grab your magnifying glasses and put on those thinking caps, because today we're going to solve the mystery of mathematical operations once and for all. Section 1. Coco needs your help. We have a very special friend named Coco, and honestly, she's in a bit of a mathematical pickle right now. She's run into a problem she just can't figure out, and she desperately needs a crack team of smart detectives to help her solve the case. So here is the mystery we need to solve. Coco starts out with 12 apples and then gets 5 more from a friend. The big question we need to answer is exactly how many apples does Coco have now? Poor Coco is feeling super confused about which path to take. She's looking at her apples and thinking, should I add? Do I subtract? Maybe multiply. Oh no, I need help. But don't worry, Coco, we've got the perfect strategy to figure this whole thing out. You see, there are 4 main paths she could take. By the end of this explainer, you'll be able to look at these 4 options, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and easily pick the right one, just like a true detective on a mission. Are you ready? Let's move to Section 2, 4 Maths Detective Questions. These are the secret tools you're going to use anytime you feel stuck. But wait, before we ask those questions, we have a golden rule. A lot of people try to solve these mysteries by just hunting for secret keywords, but that can totally trick you. Instead, our golden rule is step 1. First, understand the story being told. Literally picture it in your head. Only after you really understand what's happening should you move to step 2, which is choosing the operation. Okay, keeping the story in mind, let's look at our very first detective question. Are 2 or more amounts being put together? Basically, are we gathering up different things and tossing them into one big pile? If the answer is yes, then boom, your secret weapon is addition. Whenever amounts are joining forces or getting bigger together, that plus sign is exactly the tool you need to pull from your kit. Our second detective question asks if things are mysteriously disappearing. We need to ask, is something being taken away, used up, lost, or is the question simply asking how many are left over? When that happens in our story, like when things are going away and the pile is shrinking, we brilliantly use subtraction to crack the case. The minus sign is absolutely our go-to whenever we need to find what remains. For our third question, we really need to put on our magnifying glasses. We're looking closely to see if we have equal groups of things that we need to total up. Are there boxes, rows, or bunches that all hold the exact same number of items? If you spot those equal groups, multiplication is going to save the day. It's literally the quickest, most powerful way to count up a whole bunch of identical groups to find your grand total. And finally, our fourth question asks if we are being super fair. We need to ask the story. Are we sharing or splitting something equally among friends? Or maybe sorting things out into equal piles? The crucial point here is that when we're sharing equally, we always rely on division. That division sign is basically the ultimate symbol of fairness, making sure everyone gets the exact same amount. All right, Section 3, cracking the apple case. Now that our detective tool belt is completely full and we know how to use our 4 questions, let's head back to our friend Coco and help her solve that tricky apple problem once and for all. Let's compare Coco's story about getting more apples with our detective questions. Remember the golden rule. Understand the story first. In her story, she starts with some apples, and a friend gives her 5 more. So we've got to ask ourselves, are things being taken away from Coco, or are amounts being put together? I think you see it. Because she's getting more apples from her friend, the amounts are definitely being put together. It is a perfect match for our first question, which means, yep, we must use addition. Now, we just do the math. By adding her original 12 apples to the 5 new ones she just got, we can confidently tell Coco that she has exactly 17 apples. The mystery is solved. Coco isn't confused anymore. Case closed. Excellent work, team. You remembered to understand the story first, and you used your 4 questions perfectly. Before we go, though, I want you to think about this. Now that you are an official maths detective, what other exciting mathematical mystery are you going to solve next? Keep those detective skills sharp, and I'll see you on the next case.